Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WCTV. I'm Ethan Spozarski. Today, we have our final senior spotlight to get through, and this one's a very close and personal one to me, and I'm very excited to be up here talking to him one last time on WCTV. His name is Joe Veneziale. Joey, thank you for coming on. Just knocking it out of the park. First question, Why did you choose Waynesburg? And then on top of that, what led you to sports broadcasting?
Well, the reason that I chose Waynesburg is because when I was a freshman in high school, there was a senior. His name was Drew Brown, who graduated from here and who went to the same high school as me in North Hills. And I knew what he did here. He announced games. I saw him on WCTV right here and in the radio station as well. I've seen him progress throughout this university, and I really wanted to do the same thing, get into the same field. So he kind of hooked me up on what I should do to apply to the university, and that I did, and I knew I wanted to be here and sports announce.
So if you didn't have that connection with Drew, do you think you would have found your way here and stayed with that major, or do you think you would have found or stumbled upon something else?
Well, I knew of Lanny Frateri's sports announcing camp. I did not attend the sports announcing camp, unfortunately, but I knew it was a thing, and I knew it was ran through Waynesburg. So I feel like I would have found my place here eventually, but Drew was just kind of that opening feeling like, hey, if you want to do this, you should come here. And that I did. So
Now, some that may or may not know, you did play football for a good chunk of years, especially in high school. So did the love for the sport of football really help you find out that, hey, I like talking about sports, I like being a part of it? Did that help as well?
Yeah, it did. I really, I'd sit there and watch Steeler games as well every weekend because, it was religious in our household to watch Steeler games. And I'd watch Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit, just, anybody who was on for CBS or NBC. I knew I wanted to be with them in some capacity, and I fell in love with it. What it really kind of related to, like finding my way here in high school after college, I would announce for our baseball team. So I knew, like, after announcing for them for so long, it would kind of relate to what I wanted to do into the future. So it kind of just opened my eye that way. So
now you have been here at Waynesburg for, an extra semester, but for 4 whole years you have been here, been a part of this program. What have been some of your highlight moments, maybe some of your favorite moments, whether it's on WCTV, whether it's on our Waynesburg University Sports Network? What were some of those? Can you talk to us about that?
Well, the moments that I do want to talk about first is just how close we all are, and just, genuinely spending time with everybody, whether that be just a regular production, traveling to a game to announce with somebody, just anything that we do together, I cherish forever. But if I do have to pick out some specific moments, it's got to be Teal, double overtime, Jansen Knotts in the corner. I scream from the top of my lungs, got it on the air, and that was just an amazing night all around. And I just got to say, a lot of the basketball productions resonate with me because those are the most fun that I had announcing in the truck, just being with everybody on the sports spectrum. So that and all of our W&J productions, I'd say those are my most favorite, being on the desk for 2 years in a row, but as well as announcing one of them. So it was a lot of fun.
You talked about that connection that you began to build here. Can you talk about that progression as well from your time here at Waynesburg, how you feel everything has been, some of the friendships you've made?
I wouldn't trade them for the world. I mean, you and I live together, so that's definitely one of them. I could sit here and list everybody, but genuinely, as a whole communication department, I feel like in some capacity we're all connected in some way. Somebody's working with somebody on the print side, and the broadcast major needs a print help, or print needs a broadcasting major for some sort of task. But as long as we can stick with that, and I feel like as the future progresses, and for myself, I saw it happen with me, like just knowing an unfathomable amount of connections, and I wouldn't trade them for the world.
So we talked about connections and moving on as well. Do you have, so far with that extra semester, Do you have anything else you want to add upon that, maybe on an extra experience you learned, something you didn't know about yourself that you maybe discovered here in that extra time?
Yeah, actually during COVID, when I got sent home my freshman year, the one thing, I didn't want to work a camera at all. I never thought I would. I never thought I would even enjoy it. But then I saw what I could do with myself, reflecting on what I've been missing out on and what I could possibly do for something in the future. And I fell in love with it on the behind the scenes aspect of production, whether that be camera work in the truck or something of that nature. But sticking to the extra semester, it's just, connecting with people that I've known in my 4 years and seeing them grow as well. It just makes me happy. So,
do you have any plans, or do you have any definite positions you have locked up as we near the end of our the fall semester here?
I haven't made a decision, but I do have some new stations looking at that I've been looking at: WTAP, WTAJ, WBOY, and I cannot think. Oh, WOAY, excuse me. So just
a lot of letters.
Yeah, a lot of letters, but different positions that I don't know what I want to do for myself just yet, but that's what the future is for. So,
if you had maybe any words of wisdom, especially for the freshmen, but just anyone overall, as throughout your entire experience here at Waynesburg, maybe what is your message to pass off to them?
The first thing that I tell everybody is patience. That's the number one thing, because I know we get thrown into a lot of stuff your freshman year starting out. It's all overwhelming and it's all in your face, but in time that's just going to become second nature to you. So patience is the first thing that I want to say to everybody, and just enjoy yourself. Make the most of it, live life to the fullest, and just have fun at the end of the day. That's what I always do.
Exactly. And if you had a chance to go back and change anything, would you change anything? Most people say what you're shaking your head to, but if there's anything you could change, would you?
No. I have no regrets in everything and anything that I do. So
that's a very nice thing to say. All right. That is going to wrap up our final senior spotlight here today. I'm joined by Joseph Veneziale. Joe, was an awesome time to talk to here and sit up on the stage one last time. That is going to do it for all our senior spotlights. Make sure to check her up on YouTube and here on the Waynesburg University Athletics website, where they are posted to watch all of them. For Ethan Spozarski and everybody else, we say thank you. We'll see you next time.
This has been a production of Waynesburg Community Television.